Time to push it. It takes some time for hate. Never take a second of bullshit. Make them come at you straight. Somebody will catch you running, coming from a vegetable fate. Everybody has a purpose, something that can deviate. Feed the adrenaline. Keep coming back again. Till the end, I'm turning venomous. Feed me adrenaline. Lately I can see the colors changing my invisible face. I can feel you hold me under. Nobody can feel the play. Coming just a little closer. Let me feel the breath on me. I'll tie you up for a reason. You're someone I will always need. Feed me adrenaline. Keep coming back again. Feed me until the end. I'm turning venomous. Feed me adrenaline.
Sinking fast, now you're waiting for that chandelier to fall.
You're amazed that we're still standing here alone.
And hello.
Hi.
You can hear me. Okay, well, you're just as crazy as I am then, clearly. Don't know what on earth we're doing, but we're up early, and we thank you guys for joining us. This is ESEA main out of North America. Bravado Gaming versus Letter Q. We just had the knife round. Bravado winning the knife round there and choosing the CT side, Johan Cobble.
Yeah, it's I mean, a bit unusual to start CT side, especially for a team like Bravado. They do tend to love the T side of this map, and they're very, very good at it. Obviously, we've seen them with a number of wins in just about every way, shape, or form on this map. But that's only in South Africa, so the letter Q, not the best situation at the moment for ESEA main, sitting at 1-7. BVD the exact opposite, and I mean, this is where the letter Q can maybe turn things around, turn their season around. But I do suspect BVD might have it just a bit too much in the tank for them here. Of course, that could all go pear-shaped if BVD has a bad day. Not unusual, or not unknown, let's put it rather that way.
Indeed. Of course, we have been covering Bravado in various capacities for the last couple of years, so I think we've seen most of the tricks. I don't know if these guys have. Like, the Americans don't seem to have watched much. And thank you guys for joining us, all you crazy people who are up at, well, before 4 a.m., because you have to get up before 4 to watch something at 4, right? So finally, the passive stuff is over, and there's a little bit of an engagement you have from Pizza. They're going in through that A-long area. JT in a really good spot here to maybe catch a few with a couple of cheeky headshots, but he's falling back. Broseph now catching Fady. They're dropping him to 18 HP, and they're aware of where JT is, and they flash him out. Fixer there, taking him down. Sujima also getting a kill on Sonic, and Detrini finally replying. Yeah, he needs another. They're in a bit of trouble at the moment. And
Lost control of the bomb, actually. That could go very, very badly for them if BVD is able to just get another kill or two here. The letter Q really has to make it. Oh, Elusive's gotten a second one, but it does go down in the end, so it is dead. Last one alive. That's a 2-on-1 at this point. They need to make certain that they don't get shot when they're retrieving their bomb, because they're spotted.
He must have seen him.
They know, yeah, have to have.
Need a headshot, Detrini. What's he gonna find you?
Headshots, as they say. 17, not gonna have enough in the tank, and I mean, it's not unusual. BVD does have an odd weakness on pistols, despite having a number of very, very good pistol players. I don't know, it just seems very, very weird.
Indeed, and I like the word numbing coming out there because, yeah, tiredness can do this to you. It can make you feel a little numb. Let's hope the words work this morning.
Yeah. Very, very good run by Sagem there, though, getting that 4K. So, I mean, he's got off to the perfect start. He's got himself a Mac 10, along with a couple of friends. Broseph actually running the MP7, so taking a bit of inspiration from Chris J.
Yeah, Chris J had a remarkable series yesterday, knocking out the major champion. So let's see if he can emulate somebody who's undoubtedly worth emulating, of course. Looks exactly like our very own goals. Chris J.
That is the common joke. That is the common joke.
It is indeed. So B-flat here seems to be where they're pointing themselves in the direction of, and off they go here. MDS going to be taking the battle here towards Platt, flashing him out, and look at the work there on the pistols from Detrin. He gets himself 2, going for the boost and getting caught by Pizza, other players in drop. And now it is it was a 2-on-1, now it's a 1-on-1. Elusive got a lot of work to do, but he does have the bomb.
He does at the moment, he's got a little bit of time. He's not going to try and make a play for a better gun, though, so he's going to have to take these fights at close range. Does he spot Pizza? Oh, he spots him, but doesn't get the shot. He had to learn that. And Pizza, it's the second TLQ player with a 4K to win them the round, and drops the spray as well. So BVD, so close on a number of occasions now, just not able to seal the deal.
Gotta love that that spray there from Pizza. He's got a pizza spray already. That's fantastic. I don't know how I have a sense of humor at 4 a.m. I'm not even sure, but
that's your brain just functioning on absolutely no sleep and finding just about anything funny.
So here comes the classic BVD stack in mid. They love to do this, and they're getting a kill out of it, actually.
They're getting 2 kills out of it. They still haven't lost one. They do lose 3 in quick succession now, and
you spoke too soon, Prof.
Yeah, as I say that.
Sorry, if we do sound sometimes like we're lacking excitement, we're both in a situation where if we shout loudly, somebody will punch us. So just please bear that in mind. We would bring hype if we can, but we'll do it quietly.
Use your inside voice.
Use your inside voice, not your outside voice.
Yeah. I mean, we'd like to be shy, Ronnie, but I think we're going to have to do a little bit better than that. Not going to work so well if we try anything else. What?
So we got the double AWPs here out, and both of them without armor, which is a little bizarre, but I guess deciding to go for those weapons in there. Sonic getting punished for pushing there. Do I call him Sejima or Sejim too?
Sejim.
Okay, we'll go with that.
That's actually a very, very nice shot there. I mean,
it really was
executing Sonic, and I mean, traditionally known as the best South African player, Sonic is not gotten off to the best of starts here. 0-3 at this point.
Not at all. JT rotating over now. Should spot out the player towards middle and lands a nice shot there. Just a momentary peek and going for the boost here towards long. If Fady had been up there just a second earlier, he might have been able to stop them. Meanwhile, we've got the lurk with the bomb. Two players going in through Platja. And oh, Detrini getting punished there for not having armor. That works out perfectly for them. And another Mac 10 kill. This is just going crazy here for the letter Q. Unfortunately, Bravado getting bit by a little bit of aggression from Sonic there, and then of course the lack of armor on Detrini there towards Plat.
Yeah, the letter Q tends to have a very, very aggressive default here, and actually pushes up a lot further than I think Bravado is expecting. Usually teams wait a little bit longer before trying to take any map control. Letter Q gets out very, very early. Yeah, and I think that might have just caught Sonic off there, yeah.
Not good, partisan South African fans who've woken up early to see our team triumph, because that's what South African fans get up for, right? If we wake up to watch the South African teams play in New Zealand or something in Super Rugby, we want to see them win.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
It's just how we are. So let's hope for a win here for Bravado Gaming. 4-0 at the moment, this ESEA main encounter. We've got the Nova on JT. Usually Sonic likes to pick that up. And 4 Deagles, so they do have a chance with these weapons.
Yeah, BVD with the long stack. Very little control of mid thus far that I've seen out of them. They tend to leave Sonic holding the AA site area, and it looks like they've just changed it up a bit, added JT to the mix there. That is the two best players currently on the team. I know that Detrini is historically their best ever player, but I think in the last few years the two youngsters have genuinely agreed to have taken over as the primary movers and shakers for BVD.
Indeed so, and very passive again, very slow from the letter Q. And for a team, getting spotted there, you could just see the body language from Pizza. He immediately spotted him, quick scoped him, and took him down with a headshot. Nice shots being landed here from them, and again, the deficit quite big. Big shot from Detrini. He needs to finish it though, complete the kill somehow, but I don't think he's gonna. He's on 8 HP. Finally gets a kill actually, so spoke too soon. Fady also chiming in here. Detrini getting through the smoke, getting himself another, and doing some amazing work, somehow winning that, and it really didn't look like it was going to go their way at all.
Detrini and Fady. What a round.
I wanted to shout there. I had to pull back. 4-1 now.
You have to do the Shy Ronnie hype.
Shy Ronnie, if you guys haven't seen it, Lonely Island, Shy Ronnie 1 and 2. Classics. Absolute classics. Check them out. So 1 on the board there for Bravado Gaming. Still 3 behind and still plenty of money for the letter Q to buy. And they're going to be getting aggressive on Sonic. Sonic with the AWP now. And look at the spray coming through the door. They're doing a lot of damage. Running out of ammo at the wrong moment. Under a ton of pressure with Sonic and JT. But JT is there to back him up. Is Sonic going to live through this encounter? One has to ask. Meanwhile, MDS going towards long. Yeah, maybe looking to catch some of the rotation off.
Oh, they're pushing through the smoke. They do actually get Sonic, but JT is right there with the trade, and MDS is going to get himself a grenade. Not enough to kill him, but very, very close. And in the end, letter Q's aggression this time doesn't work out. BVD more than ready for it. As JT could find himself an uninvited guest in the house. So he's just going to go recover Sonic's AWP, then move back. So he's making quite a bit of noise here. MDS, though, not in position to take advantage, and Broseph looks the wrong way at the wrong time, and Fady picks him up.
That's the bomb as well, so they've got this round well in hand, well under control, unless MDS can hit some crazy headshots repeatedly, 4 times in fact. I don't see that happening, so...
No, very, very unlikely. He'll probably just try and save you as well.
Bravado going to be looking to get a few rounds back to back here and build some confidence, because in those early rounds they were getting bullied slightly by the letter Q. So let's see if they can regain their composure here and start looking as good as we know they can.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought with 4 rounds in a row they'd have a little bit more bank, but I mean, BVD doing significant amounts of damage in those rounds, and TLQ, they lost the first one. Well, I mean, it was somewhat of a full buy in the second round, but right now they are absolutely tapped out. Down to 2k a player.
Tapped out,
So,
that explains how we feel as well. There's a nice shot from Sonic. He likes to do that, pushing through down the stairs there. Gets himself a nice easy kill on the man I'm going to call Fixer, even though I know what that stands for.
yeah, I think we all know what that stands for.
Well, Ferrari even did it with one of their cars. It's called the FXXK.
That's brave.
I think it's amazing.
Then it is Ferrari.
They
You'd
do what
expect
they
something
want.
like that from Lambo, because they're known as the more mental car, but Sonic, he's going to have quite a few friends joining him. I don't know if he wants them to join him, but he's going to miss the first shot. The shoulder peak just draws out the shot, and JT is here though.
Throws the hugest flash in the history of the world of all time, and gets himself 2 kills eventually.
Well, I mean, TLQ is doing him a favor. They're giving him some target practice, walking in 1 by 1.
Gee, it does feel like we've done a lot of cobble lately, because in ESEA main Europe, there's been plenty of cobble the last couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, it is Cobble week, I think. Or
We
these
did some
2
Mirage
weeks.
as well, though. To be fair,
yeah.
we enjoyed watching Smooya do his thing on Mirage. For
Yes,
Epsilon.
That he did. We ended up, I think, what was it, three British teams, or combination British and Swedish teams? Cause
We've done a couple of German teams as well. How weird is that, eh? The 2 nations that just traditionally don't do well in CSGO, but were the powerhouses in Source. Kind of funny how that works. But 4-3 at the moment, Bravado Gaming catching up within 1. We do have the buy on TLQ, but not the greatest buy. Don't have an AWP. Got 2 Galils as well, so still very possible for them. It just depends on finding an early entry, and Bravado have been burnt a few times on being too aggressive, so are they going to give up those kills that easily this time around?
yeah, I mean, they've actually moved Sonic to the platform, so that'll probably be spawn based, given how Sonic is usually the A player there. Even though he does have the AWP, he tends to play a little bit more spawn, which is one of the BVD hallmarks, is that their AWPers are very, very mobile. Interesting that Sonic is actually the primary here. Traditionally, that would be Detrony.
Yeah, it might just be how he's feeling it, or Detrony maybe not feeling confident. Can't say it's ping or anything, because of course they're all in a gaming house together, so
Yeah.
nothing like that. Could also just be a map preference. Pure speculation is what we thrive on. I'm dropping it out there.
Yeah, it's just odd. I mean, obviously Sonic has done a lot of work like that before, but Sonic and Fady, shutting the door there. Pizza does get the kill on JT, but instantly traded by Detrony as a Fixer. Last man alive, not enough to get his team the win there, unfortunately, as Fady picks him up. And I mean, at the moment, Letter Q, after a wonderful start, has started to fade off a little bit. They're going to be back on the save here. They could force up some pistols and armor, but it's going to be a rough one if they think they can get through with just those against a full buy at this point.
Well, let's see if the Sukkablia play comes out here. Maybe are they going to rush somewhere, drop or plat? I would imagine if they're going to do something like that. But yeah, you sound like you need more coffee, Prof. But I know you haven't had any. That's kind of... I'm sorry.
That remind me. Well, Fady, he's going to have a lot of work to do here. He gets the first one. Does he get the second? He's got some help from JT, and unfortunately, TLQ doing as best they can. They do get JT in the end, but a burn kill comes through from Trinity is it's all up to Sonic now on the A side. He's holding very, very far back as MDS is going to try and make his way into the side. Why is he walking? Okay. Gets the first kill. He's got a 1v3. This is certainly winnable. He does have the AK. He's got a bit of armor. But Sonic has the rear, and that is the end of that. MDS goes down.
Yeah, that got dicey there for a second. As you said, it could have been winnable for him, but it ultimately wasn't with Sonic sitting so deep in mid. It just made it really difficult for him. He probably needed to push to the side quicker rather than staying for that kill. He would have at least gotten the plant, but then it wasn't winnable at all. We'll have to see how it goes. Of course, they are in the buy now loss bonus, accruing somewhat 5-4. Bravado Gaming in the lead for the first time. And still no AWP, of course, for the letter Q because of that force, or shall we say courtesy of that force. And again, thank you guys for joining us. This is almost a little bit of an experiment from us to just see whether people are actually nuts enough to watch Bravado games, and it seems like a few of you are. So thanks for being here. Fady, meanwhile, dropping his counterpart.
Yeah, dropped a grenade in his lap and then fed him a bullet. At the moment, Bravado. Well, this is classic JT. Ultra aggression through areas that you wouldn't expect, pushing the middle area. And he's picked himself up 2 kills. He's not going to get the third, unfortunately, but I think he's done more than enough damage as Sonic is there to back up his partner in crime. And that leaves Pizza with 6 HP in a 1v4. This is I think it would be unreasonable to say that he has much of a hope there, and Detrini will just remove his suffering at the end there.
Is it wrong for me to want the guy called Pizza to get more kills so that he can drop his pizza spray because it's just cool?
Possibly. I don't think it's wrong for you to want Brosev to get more kills.
Yeah, Brosev 0, 2, and 9 at the moment. That is rather embarrassing. Unfortunately for him. Fixer at the top there. JT also doing really well on 12 and 7. And Elusive hasn't had to do too much so far.
Here comes the B rush. Is BBD ready for it? Elusive's going to get... Oh, Fady's actually going to steal that one from him as Detrini, first round on the AWP, and he's not going to have it for long as he does get found out there as Fady is a little bit at 6s and 7s. Not sure where the players are all coming from, but Fady and Elusive are more than up to the task. Do most of the damage, and then JT comes in as an angel on a wing and a prayer and just picks up the last couple of kills.
Nice and easy. It was unusual there from the letter Q that they were rushing all players towards B-plat. You'd usually see some kind of split through drop. That's why you could see Fady getting confused there, thinking, no, surely they're not all there. Surely they're not there, right? And it turned out that they were.
And don't call me Shirley.
Indeed. Jeez, the joke's coming out at this sort of time. I thought I was the only one cheerful this early.
Well, got to do what you got to do, and finally BBD has gone to the classic 4-1 setup on Cobble. Traditionally, you start 4 players on B and then move 1 back to A as the round goes on if there's no rush. BBD has had the luxury of being able to have both JT and Sonic on the A site, and timings are actually going to stuff with the letter Q as Elusive is here to help greet them, but he's going to run into a whole face full of players, and Sonic close range gets himself pizza. He's going to have to get another one very, very quickly. JT is on the side though. He's going to get the next. That will go down.
Ooh, this is big.
TLQ doing huge damage here. It's now a 3v1. This is Detrini. He's well known as a clutcher in South Africa. Can he do it here? He has the M4.
When he spots the player out as well, he's not firing. This is very clever from Detrini. He should be able to stop the planter here, and he does indeed. Now winnable for him. He needs to find the headshot, and he's dropped the player low already, and takes an AWP shot as well on no HP. That nade not finishing him off for Detrini, doing big work. The clutch master here for the BVD team. Just depends on the timing of the peak here. He seems to be aware of the player, and he's going to walk into his crosshair. How unfortunate for Detrini. That would have been a highlight moment had he won it.
That would definitely have been Sajum. Just very, very clever play there. Didn't show himself and held the angle because he knew where Detrini had to be, and unfortunately Detrini just stepped directly into the crosshairs and finished off there by the lead Q. So well played by Sajum. Finally gets his team around 7 in a row for BVD, and TLQ will be kicking themselves. They've allowed the boys from South Africa to get that kind of a start.
And look at that, 2 kills on Broseph. You called him out and he started getting a few kills. Sonic takes a little bit of damage there, trying again that push downstairs. And this time getting sort of punished for it. Not really. And then JT with the audacious push through his own smoke again. Sonic flirting with the smoke in middle here as well, and potential to catch out. Oh, but he gets caught out. So
Sajum too clever, man. Knows Sonic's tricks.
never too good to call it too soon, and I think I called it too soon. But even numbers here, 4 on 4, with 1 minute 10 on the clock. Plenty of time for the letter Q to work with here. And they do have the opportunity to potentially reset BVD if they manage to win a couple rounds at the very least.
BVD's actually pretty low on a... Well, I mean, at the very least, Detron, you can actually see that Sonic is the one that purchased him that AWP, as JT picks up yet another kill, though. Having quite the game here is the young man. As Elusive and JT have accounted for the entirety of the letter Q team. The last remaining player is Pizza. Does get himself a kill right at the end, but it's not enough, as letter Q, they'll lose the round, and they are back onto the saves. Paupers in the land of the poor.
And I did say the crazy things about resets happening, and the reset has happened, just not to the team that I thought it might happen there. But yeah, 8-5 Bravado and a commanding lead, and so far with Bravado's adventure on Project Destiny in North America, they've tended to start fairly slow against the teams that we have seen them in best of threes against. I mean, we haven't seen them too much in the best of one sort of format, but
Well,
this sort of
outside of
format,
ESEA.
yeah, of course. In this format, you do need to start quickly, and it's good to see Bravado starting to take the bull by the horns. And talking about that, the letter Q trying to do that, and it's not going to work against JT. Should get himself the triple kill indeed. I thought he might follow it up with the quad, and then we've got the late lurk here towards mid. He is going to find Sonic, but now in a lot of trouble and going to go down through the headshot through the door.
Yeah. Double AWP setup here for BVD. I mean, I don't know if you could say it's effective. It's certainly been alive for quite a while, but it hasn't been as potent as one would expect it. That's usually because the letter Q tends to run into a buzzsaw known as JT, and they never really get to the AWPs.
Yeah, I can't say I agreed with the double AWP buy in the first buy round with no armor on both of those players. That totally bit them badly at the hands of the Mac-10. Ooh, aggressive here from Elusive, when he gets himself the kill. He gets more, in fact, gets a double kill. They shouldn't have allowed him to do that much. But Elusive getting audacious all of a sudden, which is great to see, feeling confident.
Yeah, and I don't know why letter Q is allowing BVD to take these aggressive peaks. I mean, at least smoke off the edges or molly them or do something, because there was no way Elusive should have gotten 2 kills there. He probably shouldn't even have gotten 1, but as it was, letter Q just weren't ready.
Indeed. Last round of the half, of course, 3 alive here for the letter Q versus the 4 on the other side. Still winnable for them, but they are lacking somewhat in the equipment stakes. Don't have an AWP and a UMP on MDS, so that's going to make it a little bit tougher. And also the fact that they haven't been spotted now for a few seconds is going to play on the minds of BVD, and that is starting to happen, dropping a bit of utility just to try to take back a bit of map control. JT has been going crazy. You kind of expect him to continue that here.
Yeah, I mean, he is, I think, letter Q's worst nightmare at this point, as the flash will come through. That'll slow them for just a second or two. JT's heard all of this. He's going to find himself his first victim. That'll be Fixer. And he's not going to get himself the second. Sajum actually starts off very, very well. Sajum is in a 1v2 now. He's got all to do. 2 AWPs, so this is definitely possible. He's going to try and get Sonic. He's actually going to stuff up the jump, but that actually helps him out in the end. Sonic not really expecting that, as it is Sajum versus Detrony. This was the last round. This time, though, Detrony has an AWP. Sajum does not have much HP, not that it matters. And Detrony is going to hop through. Sajum more than up to the task. This young man is more than capable of a couple of good clutches, and he'll buy his team the 6th round there. BVD 9-6, not too shabby for a CT side on Cobble, especially when you start 4-0, 0-4.
Yeah, it didn't start well at all, and it was looking a little shaky early on for them, but thankfully for all the crazy people like you and I that got up this early to watch BVD against the team one would expect them to beat, they did bring it back. So, of course, I'm sounding very impartial by saying that on the cast, right?
Yeah. Totally impartial.
Usually I'm the very impartial one, but I'm going full South Africa today. 9-6. Nobody being toxic in chat though, probably because it's it's a South African stream and not an American stream. I did find our level of toxicity as a nation in chat over the weekend most amusing.
Well, it depends on how many people are fighting us, I guess.
Indeed, and 2-on-2 fighting here towards B flat. The damage favoring BVD. JT continuing his good form here, landing a very nice headshot there. So in the pistol round now in the second half here, JT not giving up the position initially, but the target here is A long. And Sajum now getting the information, but no rotation just yet. It doesn't seem like they're convinced.
Yeah, BVD is actually making the move towards A, and you can see the rotation starting to come through now. It looks like two players will be moving. So BVD might have taken just a little bit too long to get going here, as a letter Q seem to have figured out what's up from BVD here. Broseph, though, very, very low. He is the person with the kit, so he's going to push straight up the mid.
How did he hit that?
I have no idea. Fady cleans up JT's earlier kill, and JT is just on fire tonight. That's his third, or his second kill tonight. That's his third. Does he get the fourth? He doesn't get the fourth. Fixer more than up to the task there, and Detrini and Sonic will push Fixer away from the site, and that would be the end of that. But JT, two wonderful kills. Fady cleaning up, and the one on site, and that was just the end of the round there. Letter Q could do no more.
Yeah, very nice work there. And wow, JT is just absolutely red hot at the moment. 24 kills on him. Far and away leading matters for his team. Sonic hasn't really had to go Super Saiyan mode, yeah, on 11 kills. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, that is a very scary prospect. That I mean, BVD hasn't had to even wake up the old god that is Sonic.
It's crazy when one thinks of him like that. He's been around seemingly for years on the South African scene, but he's still so young.
Yeah, he's what, 19? I think he's 19.
19, having recently...
2020 this year.
Yeah, he finished school not too long ago, so... Living the dream in Arizona.
I don't know so much about that.
No, definitely
He's
not.
living the dream. I don't know if he wants to live the dream in Arizona.
I can't think anybody would want to, but I'm assuming access to servers and that sort of thing is more the reasoning than anything else. If you're living the dream, you'd be in LA, but let's face it, that's expensive.
That's outrageously expensive.
And the traffic is outrageous. I remember getting stuck in an Uber for 2 hours a couple of years ago.
Do gamers really need to worry about traffic, though?
Guess not. They're not going to go anywhere anyway. BVD are going places, though. Getting up mid. Playing super passive, waiting in classic BVD style. And in they go. Fixer now getting
nice
himself...
shot from Fixer.
Oof, I thought he might get two. He should die now. Elusive making hard work of it, but he does get it in the end. And it's the 4 and 3. They should have a bomb plant pretty cleanly. The rotation behind coming in. Fady running out of bullets, but not running out of targets. And he gets him anyway.
Broseph will be the last one. This is, I mean, there's a small possibility that he could do it. He does have the CZ, so everybody here imminently killable if he can get the drop on them.
That all depends, of course. Two of the players pretty low. Oh, geez, making an absolute hash of that at first.
That is his third kill. Probably a little bit nervous. Wanted to make absolutely certain that he did get it in the end. That's Broseph versus JT. Who's going to win this? Oh, and he looks away right at the last second there, but it was definitely spotted. He's going to get himself the fourth. Not going to get himself the fifth. Sonic picks that one up in the end, and BVD wins it anyway. 11-6 right now for the South Africans, as they continue their charge towards their 8th victory of the season.
Indeed, 11-6, as you said. And again, thank you to those dedicated fans who've gotten up this early. I'm glad to know you guys are equally nuts. Because we're, like, I'm just acknowledging it, we're crazy for doing this. But we'll do some more of it. If you guys want to see all these early games, we'll keep doing them.
Yoki with a crazy rush through mid, they're actually going to catch out JT. He didn't expect that. Saw the first one, didn't see the one. Well, saw the second player, not the first, as, well, BVD will now just wipe the floor with what remains of the letter Q. Get them all nice and shiny on those flagstones. There's Fady. Oh, there was a chance there. There was a chance, but unfortunately MDS with the USP not enough to kill him.
As a player, that always feels terrible when you know you instantly nailed him with a headshot from the pistol and just didn't find another body shot to finish him off. It is the worst feeling. But yeah, double AWPs now for the letter Q. It didn't work so well early on in the previous half for Bravado. Let's see if it works better for the letter Q. They do have armor behind it, which Bravado of course lacked. And this map, definitely not one of the maps that favor those sorts of weapons really. I mean, very few top teams will actually double. But JT doubling down on his score, just adding more to it there.
That's one of the worst feelings in drop is when as the smoke's about to bloom, somebody just walks through and just pops you in the face, and you're just like, honestly. But I mean, Letter Q has shown a lot of playing inside drop, and I've complained a couple of times about that last few days. That sometimes most of the time, it's not often a very good idea. Because you just tend to, you either get one and then die, or you get nothing and then die. So TLQ will have Pizza finally remove their nemesis in JT, but it is the lurk this round. So BVD are going to be ready and able. Pizza almost spots the play. He does in fact spot the player. That will be Sonic, and the massive trades coming out here as BVD is left in a 2-on-1 Broseph. He's got it all to do. Can he do it? He's done huge damage to Elusive, though, as it is Fady. Ooh, he's actually hit both players in the head, so he's done a wonderful amount of damage here. He's on full HP as well.
No.
Oh, and then he's going to potato the grenade. So,
Jeez, that nade could have bought him an easy kill there had he just directed it properly. I don't know why he thought... I can actually see now with Elusive moving into that position, but he wasn't there just a second ago. He gets the first one-on-one now. He's got all the HP to work with. Doesn't have a kit, so that fire is going to help. For Fady at least.
Time, yeah.
And that's that.
Broseph, though, yeah, fantastically played there by Fady. Knew he didn't have the time to get anything done, so just made absolutely certain that there was nowhere the bomb could be defused, and buys Bravado their 13th round here. Broseph, valiant attempt. Unfortunately, I think we need a little bit more than valiant at this point.
Yeah, I need something heroic. If I were a bit critical there, it's something I see a lot of teams do, even tier 1 teams do. You throw a molly to clear an area, but don't watch the area to see if somebody runs out of it. And that's what Bravado did there, unfortunately, chucking the molly into sight to clear the player out close, and all of them were looking towards balcony, and that punished them pretty harshly. Still won the round anyway, but you hate to see it.
Yeah, you very much do. Letter Q, they've actually made a good read here at the moment. 4 players have forced up with what remains, but Fady is like a bulldozer. He's gotten himself 2. Sonic is backing him up very, very well with 2 of his own, and that will be the end of that. MDS gets shot through Elusive. Sonic will not allow his in-game leader to take any kills.
I think Sonic feeling a little bit frustrated. I'm always at the top of the scoreboard, guys. Get out my way.
Yeah, it's unusual. Why am I... I think, he had 12 kills before. That's it. Second from bottom.
Yeah, managing to pad his stats nicely there. And overall, Fady doing really well now in the second half as well. Has really come alive on the entry role. And of course, when your entry man is hitting the kills like that, not just dying early up as entries often will do, because that's part of the job, of course, then it means you're going to have a fairly easy time of it.
Yeah, and at the moment, I think we can definitely say that Bravado has had a very, very easy time after those first 4 rounds.
I'd just like to see in future matches against opposition that they should be beating easily. They need to start better.
Yeah, that has... I mean, I mentioned it is that BBD has a very, very weird situation where their pistols are actually extremely weak despite having incredibly powerful force-ups. And it's just weird. Like I said, they've got a number of fantastic aimers, and you'd expect pistols to be a forte, but apparently they aren't. As JT is going to get shot in... no.
In the nothing.
Baited.
Oh, finally gets the headshot there. Fixes it, does the fixer. And Fady now getting himself a kill as well as Detrini. 4-on-3. They've got the bomb side. Not fully under control, but they've got enough control that they should be able to get the bomb down at least. And that peek through the door may be a little ill-advised there from MDS, but the game is slipping away from them now, so nothing for it but to try.
Unfortunately, BBD just baiting MDS very, very heavily there. Didn't smoke the door until very, very late in the round. MDS thought he might have had a chance, stepped right into Detrini's crosshairs. And that was that. Oh, Sonic.
What?
Executed by Sajim. That was a fantastic shot there from TLQ's clutch player. as Sonic. Well, I mean, I would say his woes continue, but when you're 15-6 up, it's don't really know if they count as woes.
Not really, no. Well, with the start that Bravado had, I guess a few of the fans waking up early to watch this might have been a little bit worried as to whether they're going to win or not. But I think we're fairly assured of victory now. They've got 15 on the board, so that gives them 9 map and match points in this best of 1. We will, of course, try to bring you guys other ESEA games that they play. I think there's a couple for next week. And, of course, there's the ECS Challenger Cup, which they did really well to qualify for by beating Dignitas.
Yeah, beat 2 MDL teams, which is the next league up, and then beat 1 ESL Pro League team. So, certainly seem like they can hang with the guys. I mean, all of it was online, so that has to be said. But at the moment, I think we all just want to see BVD doing well.
Indeed so, and this is last chance Salunia for the letter Q. They don't have the best in terms of weaponry to deal with, but deal with it they must, and deal with Bravado they need to stay in this game.
Yeah, at the moment, BVD well in control. They have multiple rounds of buys available to them. Actually, they don't. That's surprising. A couple of players very, very low on money. It's JT actually has the most deaths on his team. I suppose that's mostly because he's killed everybody by the time the rest of the BVD guys get in there. And JT, well, he'll continue his winning ways as it picks up Broseph there. Fady will get himself Fixer.
Oh, Pizza now doing some work.
Long, unfortunately, as he does go down to elusive. Detrini holding the angle on the door, and the letter Q. They have to win this round if they want to keep the game alive, and it doesn't look like it's going to get off to the best start here. Mollied out in the drop area and held at the door. Letter Q swiftly running out of time. They have no kit as well, so this is all but done, and Detrini will hit him through the wall, and that will be that.
That will be that, indeed. Lying gently against the wall there, pretty much what I feel like doing at the moment. If I hadn't just drank a massive pitcher of filter coffee, I feel great after an hour and a half sleep.
Good luck trying to sleep for the rest of the day then.
Yep, indeed. Thanks for joining us, guys. I enjoyed doing that somehow, and casting without being able to shout, it's an interesting restriction to have placed on yourself. But hey, it was good fun, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll bring you some more, of course, and also look out for Bravado on Friday next week in the ECS Challenger Cup. I'll, of course, write up a full preview of it in Game Nation. It'll go live next week, Wednesday, so give you all the information on that. And, of course, we'll be doing some more European ESEA main, some South African games, and, of course, more Bravado games. As and when they come up, we'll try and do all the Bravado games because we're stupid and crazy enough to do it.
Yeah. Definitely will attempt to do all of them. Just going to depend on the days, but otherwise, guys, thank you very, very much for joining us. It is obscenely early in the morning on a Thursday. So, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Drop us a like because we will feel better about being up this early. See, going for the sympathy card. But hey, guys, get back to bed, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.